So Elden Ring just came out, and you probably died to this boss. So let's talk about his movesets and see if we can try to defeat him. I suggest that you start off with the jumping attack because you do get that initial damage off. From there, step out and just start reading his attacks. He does do some single quick attacks, like you saw that little jump attack and then that one thrust attack. But the ones you want to look out for is the two swings forward and then the two back swings, and then he usually does follow up with two more thrust attacks, which is like it's like a flurry of attacks, and you probably die to that. But that's the window where you get the chance to hit him. So when he does the sixth, or let's say the third set of attacks, is when you actually jump in on the left, as you saw. So you jump in, get one hit off, and then either choose to block or dodge out. But I usually just block that because you will have enough stamina, especially if you're using this class, which is the Confessor. You will have enough stamina to actually block, and if he does swing again, you would usually get that new mechanic, which is that guard counter, and I love to use that. Another attack to look out for is when he does the stomps. So when he does the stomps and then he jumps, you should also jump towards him and then hit him with the jump attack, because that's like free damage. I think I always got that attack off, so that's also a very beautiful one to try out. Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's the three sets. The one that is usually spamming all the time, that one right there, is the window when you want to get the most damage off. Because as soon as you dodge that stab attack, you should jump in or dodge in on the left hand side of him, and then get the single attack off, and then block, and then just wait for him to react, because sometimes he will swing. But while you're blocking, I would suggest moving further behind him, because in that way, if his attacks do miss you, you can get two R1s off, or maybe like a heavy attack, and that's perfect for this boss fight. Other than that, I don't think I went for any other, let's say, windows to attack him, other than that. So the three sets, and then the stomping to the jump attacks that he does, because I found like the other ones were just way too, they were unpredictable, and when you can't predict something, that's when you just get demolished. So rather wait for those attacks that I mentioned. Well, this is only if you using a class that doesn't have ranged weapons. Like if you were using the samurai, for example, that had the bow, you could, I think, kind of cheese this guy. I mean, just staying away and just shooting arrows and then jumping in the windows that I tell you, you definitely beat this boss quicker. So yeah, it's also something to think about. But yeah, if you want me to actually show you how those range classes work, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, so right now you can really see the pattern that I use. I mean, it's just staying away and more of a reaction than being aggressive. I'm always just looking out for those two initial swings. Then I know he's gonna do that full set, because he always does it, because he just spams this bastard. All he does is spam. So yeah, just look out for those attacks, and then also look out for the stomps, because that's a free jump attack to get off. And yeah, you should be good. So yeah, if I helped you out a bit, I'd really appreciate maybe a like and a subscribe. And yeah, just let me know how you loving the game. I hear there's some like issues on PC, but I'm like on PlayStation. But yeah, let's keep this game alive, you know? I'm really a fan of like Dark Souls games, so yeah.